to have a look at this pen. It was sent to me by Mathijs, my friend from the Netherlands. This is a, I think we can call this a vintage pen, or at the very least a classic pen. It's a Pelikan Pelikano, and there's a model number 2, P456. Easy to remember. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So Mathijs was able to buy a couple of these, and he sent me one, so that's always fun. Thank you very much. I thought we should check this out now. The Pelikano, an affordable fountain pen made by Pelikan, and I'm sure this was meant for school children, because it really strikes me as a school pen. So, box. I'll cover the parts of the pen. I'll do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Let's get started. Pelikano, Pelikano, Pelikano. You get the point. This is the Nouveau Pelikano Ne Fuit Pas, and on the other side it is the Nuova Antimachia, I guess. Yeah, so interesting. The box opens up, of course, and in there is a beautiful vintage looking manual, which I really enjoy. Has yellowed a bit. I don't know how well the camera picks that up because the white balance probably not too much, but it has yellowed a bit, and this beautiful 1-year warranty thing is so lovely and vintage looking that I really enjoyed that. Okay, then what else do we have? A Pelikano, and here's the pen. So I'll cover the parts of the pen. This one is still stickered, which is kind of cute. At the top, the finial, yeah, it's a metal, and it's a cheapish metal. It's a clip, nice and springy, and the clip does actually say Pelikano. We have the cap. There's this interesting dimple there, which is all around the cap actually. Then we have the barrel, which ever so slightly tapers down, as I said, the sticker, the pen. Posts. We have Nib Feed. The feed has these ribs, which make it very comfortable to hold, to be honest. We have an ink window, which is quite nice. And then we have the nib, a very nice, simple steel nib without a breather hole, and there's a simple plastic feed. Cartridge, and there is space for a second cartridge in the back of the barrel. And then there is of course the option to use a converter, because that does actually fit. Now then, bit of writing. Should you wonder, it's an ECG. We're currently doing research with ECG, and I had to write something down for someone, but it is Rhodia paper, so I thought may as well repurpose this. Pelikano. This is just a black cartridge that Mathijs was kind enough to send me. Nib. Yeah, there is some feedback. But to be honest, nothing terrible. And, wow, that's not even a word. Kind of a nice writer, as you can see, relatively wet. As I said, a little bit of feedback as you write, but nothing terrible. There is a bit of line variation, but as always, very, very careful. It's not a flex nib, and it is steel. You will bend this. Reverse writing is a bit scratchy, but it is possible. We can definitely get away with a number of words. And that's it. Nice, simple, school pen, nothing fancy, works really nicely. I think we should talk about likes and dislikes. Let's do that. Okay, what do I like, what do I not like about the Pelikano P456? Well, I think there's a lot to like about this pen. I mean, it's kind of cute. First of all, it's a piece of history, and that is always kind of nice. This particular batch, 1983, that's nice. That does make this a bit of a classic pen. I like that. It reminded me a little bit of the Reform 1745 because it has that same kind of slim profile and the green color. But that to me is kind of nice. It does have that, I don't know, there's something about it. The color of the plastic, I do find it gives me an 80s feel. So there is that. It also has a bit of a vintage feel. I don't know why, but this feels different to me than, say, a TWSBI does these days. For some reason it's different. That's probably psychological, but still. There are some things that are a bit more objective that I really like though. For example, that ink window, that is very useful, very helpful because it does actually show you how much ink is left in the pen. So that is kind of nice. It's a nice slim pen for those of you who like that. It posts well. So it ticks all these boxes. The nice little texture on the section is quite comfortable. So I like all of those things. Things I don't like, yeah. I always think you have to be careful in your assessment of a certain pen at a certain price. Yes, it's relatively thin, but if it's made for children's hands, you wouldn't give them a Denitrio and sort of have them write like this because that wouldn't work too well. So there is that. Plus there are many people who really love thinner pens, so I don't think that is a negative necessarily. What I will say, that's really the thing that I could come up with that is a shame but unavoidable. The ink cartridges are dried out. So it comes with an ink cartridge in the barrel, it comes with an ink cartridge kind of already popped into the section, at least part way. Yeah, those are dried out. So you can put some water in, you can use them, etc. But that's what I mean. What would you expect, right? It's been quite a while for these pens that they've been lying there in their little boxes. So yeah, the ink will dry out. That's okay. You can buy other cartridges, you can get a converter somewhere and use that. So it's really not a big deal, and beyond that I really don't have much to complain about. I mean, it's a straightforward pen, what can I say, right? So again, a very kind thank you to Mathijs. I really appreciate it. I hope this was interesting, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.